Cloaking here. It's been quite some time since I did a battle report, and there hasn't been many tournaments now since we're past regionals and we've done worlds. So I thought I'd do some battle reports on Vassal videos. And since we've had the Galactic Cup going for a couple of weeks, months by now, and we're into the elimination rounds, I decided to do battle reports of my games. And today I am bringing you my top 32 game versus Phillip, Fildo online, the runner-up from the US Nationals. And he is flying Whisper with Rebel Captive, Fire Control System, Veteran Instincts, and an advanced cloaking device. He's got Dark Curse, and then he's got 2 Tempest Squadron pilots with the TIE X1 title and 3 accuracy correctors. And he's on the right hand side here, and I am on the left, and I am flying Dash Rendar with Lone Wolf, Heavy Laser Cannon, Outrider title, and anti-pursuit lasers. And alongside him I have 2 Gold Squadron Y-Wings with TLTs. And we just set up everything here. The ships are placed, and the asteroids and the debris field are placed. And so let's see how we do here. Okay, so I have initiative here since we have pilot skill 2 ships. I've got the gold Y-Wings and he's got the Tempest advanced here, and they're the same pilot skill, and I move first and shoot first with them. So we'll just go through here. I have my initial dials put down here, hard 2 to the left for the gold Y-Wings, and forcing him to come through the asteroids and debris to get to me here. And I'm doing a 1 hard with the dash just to follow behind them for now, and then depending on how he moves I can just follow behind, or I can break off and split my ships in 2 forces here, because Dash wants to be away to use Lone Wolf, but if I need to stay in formation with the Y-Wings I'll do that. Well, Lone Wolf isn't that important yet. Let's see here, Fildo is placing his dials, and here we go. So, oh no, he's got the initiative, sorry. I forgot that. So he's moving his red TIE advanced forward 2 and does a barrel roll, and he follows with the red one 2, just moving up slowly, wanting to see if I'm going straight or turning. And I'm turning with the Y-Wings, taking focus actions, and then it's Dark Curse, which also goes 2 straight, as slow as possible for the TIE fighter there, seeing where I'm going before he's committing. And then it's Dash, and I follow behind my Y-Wings, and Whisper does 1 hard and cloaks. And we're on to the second round here. Let's just see if we can get the dials placed here. You have to go forward 1 step at a time on Vassal here. So he's got his Tempest down, Dark Curse down, and I put my Y-Wings down for 3 straights, just to have enough space behind them for Dash to move. And he decides to have a rethink there, and I'm going to place my dial, and here we go. So he decloaks to the left and does a 2 straight with, and a 3 straight with his 2 advanceds. And I proceed to do 3 straights with my Y-Wings. And Dark Curse moves up, barrel rolls, and Dash does a 1 bank to the right there. So in my next turn I can do hard to the right, hards to the left to go behind my Y-Wings, or to distance myself from them to activate Lone Wolf. Makes it more, hopefully, a bit more difficult to predict his movement here. And he proceeds with Whisper for a 2 straight and another cloak action. And that takes us into round 3. And here you can see my dials. And here is his dials, and I decide to think again there, and back and forth, back and forth. So he takes his advanced, banks in 2 and 3 to stay in formation there, closing the gap between our forces. I move my Y-Wings 2 banks to the right and focus to hopefully have targets this round. Dark Curse does a 1 hard to the right, anticipating my Y-Wing's move and moving to intercept. And I move one bank to the left with dash and decides to focus. I think I have range here on the all of the tides that are moved, and now probably Whisper as well. And Whisper decides to focus, so he's got a shot here through the debris against dash, so it's 4 dice versus 4 defense dice. And he's got 3 hits, and I get 2 eyeballs and 2 without anything, so I have to use my focus for defense and take 1 shield off dash. And Whisper cloaks, gets a target lock from fire control system and a focus. So now we're into my dash shooting here, and I think here that I decide to, I'm not going to shoot at Whisper cloaked range 3. Well, it doesn't matter since I have HLC through the debris and give dash a stress from Rebel Captive. So I decide to target Dark Curse, and since I can't spend any focus, but I don't have one, so it doesn't matter. And I get a bit lucky here with 3 hits. The crit turns into a hit from Heavy Laser Cannon. And he only gets 1 evade, and he's got the evade token, so 1 hit slips through on Dark Curse there, and then his Tempest Squadrons fire at range 3, gets 2 hits, and I managed to get 2 evades at range 3. And then the other one is doing the same thing, a crit and a focus, but he's got accuracy corrector, so he makes them into 2 hits. And I get an evade and a focus to lose another shield, so I've lost 2 shields on dash. And unfortunately my Y-Wings are out of range. And then we're on to the next round here. Just clicking forward step by step here in Vassal, trying to find the... Okay, so now we have the dials down. I think I'm going to zoom in now. We get closer to the action here. Like that. And he's starting with his advance here. As you can see, I've put the dash dial here on a 1 hard to the right onto the rock, hoping that he won't think that I'm going to do that, since dash doesn't care, and then he can barrel roll away. And if I'm lucky, you know, he will decloak to the right and maybe even run into dash there, get anti-pursuit laser damage on Whisper. And if I'm really lucky, his TIE Advanced might overshoot me if they go really fast. We'll see here. So he decloaks to the right. Yeah, so far so good. Maybe he'll just move straight forward there too or something, and I might be able to block him. And he's doing a 5 straight, taking the evade action with both of his advanced, so that's good for me because I think Dash is going to get out of arc here. And then I proceed 1 straight with 1 Y-Wing and a 2 straight with the other, focus actions here, as I will probably have Whisper in range. And Dark Curse does a 3 hard to the left, decides to focus. Oh, he's changing his mind here. He'll roll to the right to get within range 1 from at least one of the Y-Wings to avoid the TLTs. And then it's dash here, so I do 1 hard right onto the rock, and I barrel forward, which means I escape the arcs of the TIE Advanced. Unfortunately, Whisper did a 1 hard turn. He's inside my bubble, and he didn't run into me there, but I still have shots on Dark Curse from dash here. And he decides to focus, or no, he takes an evade, since he knows he's facing probably 4 TLT shots here. And Whisper shoots first, so range 2 on Y-Wing number 2, and he gets 2 hits and 2 blanks, and I get an evade, so 1 shield from the one of the Y-Wings here, and he cloaks and gets the free focus, but he decides to keep the target lock on Dash. So now it's Dash's turn, and he is at range 2 from Dark Curse, so HLC shot on him here. Oops, I got a crit there, I just hit the wrong button probably when we played. So 2 hits, and no Lone Wolf, and he blanks out, so Dark Curse goes boom. pretty lucky there for me. And then his green TIE Advanced shoots at my Y-Wing. Focus hit for accuracy corrector to 2 hits. And I get 1 evade. Since it's range 3, I'm rolling 2 dice there, so 1 more hit on that Y-Wing, and the red TIE Advanced has no target. So I'm shooting first here with my Y-Wing number 1. On Whisper, TLT shot, 2 hits, and he gets a stress. He's the first one who shoots at the rebel captive. And I use my focus, so I have 3 hits. And he gets an evade and a focus, which means he needs to spend all of his tokens to avoid damage. Second shot, just 1 hit, and he evades easily. And then the Y-Wing number 2 shoots at Whisper as well with his TLT, and I get 3 hits. And only 1 evade, so 1 shield out of Whisper there. And again, and 2 more hits, which is 3 from focus. And then he only gets 2 evades, so 1 more shield off of Whisper. So far I'm pretty lucky here, I say, and I'm also pretty happy. This is going the way I was hoping here. Well, I failed to bump Whisper, but still, killing Dark Curse and getting 2 hits on Whisper is pretty good here. And with that, we're going into the next turn. And let's see if we can get the dials on the table here. Okay, let's proceed here. We're going to move the screen a bit so you can see everything here. And try to have all the dials here. He's still thinking of the Phantom. There it is, and he decides not to decloak. And so he's going to do a hard 3 turn here with red TIE Advanced. And then he's going to barrel roll to the left, and the green one does a bank to fit right in there. And he takes the focus action there. Since he has no action on the red one, I guess he believes that'll be the target for me if I shoot at his TIE Advanced. And then it's the Y-Wings here, and I'm doing a forward 2 with the stressed one, clearing the stress. Takes a focus, and the other one banks here. I'm deciding to split my Y-Wings up a bit here. And then I do a 2 to the right bank with dash, getting away from his ships, but still probably within range 3 to get HLC shots at them. Takes a focus action, hoping to have a shot here at Whisper, and Whisper does a 2 bank to the left. And as he is cloaked, he also takes the evade action, yeah, there to try to avoid my HLC shots here. He's probably in range 1 of both of my Y-Wings, so TLTs won't be able to hit him. And no shots from Whisper as he's cloaked, which means, or she maybe. And then it's dash, so it's HLC on Whisper, so 4 versus 4 here. No bonus from range since it's a secondary weapon. And I get the stress from Rebel Captive, and I am far away from my Y-Wing, so Lone Wolf will kick in here if I need to reroll a blank. And I get hit, crit, blank, so the crit is turned into a hit, and I'm going to Lone Wolf the blank into a focus, and then I'm going to spend my focus to get 4 hits here. And he gets focus evade, which means he only gets 2 evades, so 2 damage goes through, and that's the end of Whisper. And then he's going to shoot with his red TIE Advanced here, range 2 on gold Squadron number 2, the one who's already lost 2 shields. He gets 2 hits from accuracy corrector, and I get a focus, spending my focus token to take 1 evade away, so 1 shield more, so shieldless, gold 2 there. The green Advanced shoots at the same one, and it looks to be exactly range 2, so only 1 defense die for me. And he gets hits focus, but it becomes 2 hits from accuracy corrector and no evades, so 2 damage to that one. So it's down to 3 hull. And then it shoots back at the red one, which is the one with no actions or no tokens since it's barrel rolled. So hit, blank hit, 2 hits, and only 1 evade, so 1 shield. And second shot here, 2 more hits, 2 evades for no damage, and then gold 1. Shoots at the same target here, 3 hits and 1 evade, so shields down on that tie advanced. And the final shot is 2 focused, so I spend my focus token and gets 2 hits and nothing, so 1 more hit on the tie advanced. There, down to 2 hull. And we're back to dials, and I'm pretty happy here since I took out the Whisper, and I very luckily, and now I just need to get behind the advanceds with the dash while the TLTs slowly whittle them down as they chase me. So the red tie advanced is a 3 forward, like that, takes the evade, and the green one does a hard 3, fits perfectly there in between the asteroid and his friend, and he also takes the evade. Let's see, I'm going to move the screen a bit here. And then we have my Y-wings, 2 bank to the right with number 1, and a 3 straight with number 2, making sure I can keep the tie advance outside of the range 1 where the TLT doesn't work. And then dash just goes away. He does a 1 bank to the right down here, setting up to come around behind the enemy ties here. Goes back in the barrel roll, so he's in range of green 3, so 4 versus 4 here, since there's a debris field in between. 2 hits, Lone Wolf for a focus, and doesn't help, so 2 hits, and he's got 3 evades, so he's safe. And he keeps firing at goal 2 here, 1 hit, becomes 2 with the accuracy corrector, and I get 1 evade, so 1 more damage, down to 2 hull now. And the green one, same target, 2 more hits from accuracy corrector, and nothing. So he goes boom, but since they have the same pile skill, he'll be allowed to shoot back here. I'm starting with the gold 1 here on the red one that only has 2 more hit points, and I get 3 hits, spending my focus. And he rolls 1 evade for 1 damage, and then 2 more hits from the second TLT shot, and 1 evade, and then he spends his token, so he's still safe, and forces me to shoot at him again with the dead gold Y-wing here. So another 3 versus 3, which I spend my focus token for 3 hits, and he whiffs, so the red one explodes together with my gold 2. And now we're on to the planning phase here, and putting the dials down. And he does a hard turn to the left there, and a barrel roll to keep up with my gold. And I run 3 forward, full speed with it, still in arc it looks like. Takes the focus action, and dash does a hard right hard right 2, and then a barrel roll backwards, but out of range. So a range 2 shot from the green tie advanced here, and he gets 2 hits, and I get the eyeball. I spend my focus for 1 shield. And then I'm going to shoot back here with my TLT, 3 versus 3, 2 times. So the first one gets hit focus and focus, and he blanks out. And second shot here, 2 hits and 1 evade, so 1 more. So shields down. As we move into the next turn here, which is a hard turn to the right with a green one, chasing my Y-wing here. Takes the evade, and I do a 2 right bank. We'll move the screen a bit here. And still staying outside of range 1, barely here. Takes the focus. And dash turns to the right. And barrels to close the gap here, so still out of the range though. And he shoots at my gold Y-wing here, 2 hits, or 2 crits actually. and as I have 2 shields, it doesn't really matter. And I get a focus result, spend my focus for 1 shield. And returning fire here, 1 hit from the first TLT shot, and he evades that one. Then 2 hits, which he fails to avoid. So he gets 1 hit, so he's down to his 2 last hit points here. And moving on here, he moves 3 bank right in front of me here, catching up quickly to me if I do a 2-hard turn here. But I'm doing a bank. Let's see, he does the evade again, and I got a 2 bank here, which means he's inside my bubble. Focus for defense. However, now Dash joins the party here. Focus, range 3, HLC, and crit focus blank hit. Lone Wolf and turning the crit into a hit, so I got 1 more hit, and I spend my focus, so I have 4 hits. And he gets 1 evade and 1 from his token, which means 2 hits squeezes through, and that's the end of Phildo's last high advanced. So that was a good game for me. I got pretty lucky killing Dark Curse so quick, and the dash move I made, cutting in right between his tie advance and Whisper, it was probably the clutch move here, getting away from the tie advance with the dash and being able to take out Whisper in the following turn as I moved away behind his squad. Was I think that was where I won the game. Thanks for the game, Phildo. Good game, and good luck in your next tournament. And well, thank you for watching. Hopefully I will do all of my games here, depending on how far I go, and maybe a few of the other ones as well, waiting for our real-life tournaments. So thank you for watching.